using his Twitter account, Trump has threatened North Korea and insulted China, all on the same day. This happened last night. It was about Kim Un Crazy's announcement, yesterday or over the weekend, that they're getting very close to developing an ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile, and the technology to put on the top of that missile a nuclear warhead that could reach the west coast of the United States. And he was so proud of that, this little twit. Oh, Jesus. Isn't he the ugliest son of a bitch you've ever seen? Kim Un Crazy? I mean, really. Really. I don't know. It looks like somebody smashed him in the face with a plate glass window. Just fronk! But anyway, about 6 o'clock last night, Trump tweeted, quote, North Korea just stated that it is in the final stages of developing a nuclear weapon capable of reaching parts of the U.S. It won't happen. It won't happen. Now, what does that mean? It won't happen. See, that's the thing about 140 character foreign policy announcements. You don't know what the hell they mean. But this is Trump's bravado bullshit. Hey, it's not going to happen, man. Huh? It's not going to happen. Oh, I'm sure that Kim Un Crazy went, oh, quick, cancel the program. That crazy-haired white man said it's not going to happen. Wow. Anyway, Kim Un Crazy, in his annual New Year's address, yeah, he gives one. He said that North Korea's plans for launching a missile are almost complete. This is what he said, according to CNN, a CNN translation of the televised speech. He said, quote, research and development of the cutting-edge tech weapons are actively progressing and strengthening our defense capabilities, including last-stage preparation for tests for intercontinental ballistic rocket launch, have been continuously succeeding. It sounds like Trump, doesn't he? That shouldn't come as a surprise, just because there's a language difference, a cultural difference, an age difference, a geopolitical difference. It doesn't make any difference. This is how fascist dictators talk. It doesn't make any difference where they're what country they're the fascist dictator of. This is how they talk. Tests for intercontinental ballistic rocket launch have been continuously succeeding. Now, all these reports that are out there about this bullshit don't clue us in as to whether or not Trump attempted to coordinate his half-assed statements with the, President of the United States. And Trump's spokes asshole, Sean Spicer, you remember him, the press secretary, he didn't feel like commenting on anything when he was asked by a couple of news organizations, hey, what's going on there? What? Silence. Now, the legitimate Department of Defense responded to Kim Un Crazy's speech with a statement pointing out that, quote, this is kind of funny, multiple UN Security Council resolutions explicitly prohibit North Korea's launches using ballistic missile technology, end quote. Isn't that funny? Is that a knee slapper or what? As crazy as Kim Un Crazy is, I bet he got a giggle out of that one. I bet it was so funny to him that he ordered his boys to snatch 5 political prisoners out and hang them. Just for shits and giggles. Multiple UN Security Council resolutions explicitly prohibit North Korea's launches using ballistic missile technology. Blah, blah, blah. That's what our Defense Department said. Why not just STFU, Defense Department, and do what you're so capable of doing to Muslim terrorists? Just drop a goddamn drone strike on Kim Un Crazy. Why don't you do that? I mean, what's the downside of that? Seriously, what's the downside? Just eliminate the son of a bitch. That's where we've gotten to. I mean, I'm not surprised to hear myself say that. I really am not, because that's what it's come to. Just drop a drone strike on him. Phew. It's all over. Right? We could. The statement from the Defense Department added this, quote, "We reaffirm our ironclad commitments to defend our allies utilizing the full spectrum of U.S. extended deterrence capabilities." Ooh, shit. Extended deterrence capabilities. Extended deterrence capabilities. Well, I guess that would be ICBMs launched from where? Somewhere in the Pacific? Hawaii, maybe? Guam? I mean, can we launch them yet off the decks of battleships? Utilizing the full spectrum of U.S. extended deterrence capabilities. And then the U.S. State Department followed up with nearly identical language yesterday in a statement from State Department spokesman John Kirby. Now, what do you suppose the new Secretary of State, the CEO of ExxonMobil, will say when Kim Un Crazy says, "We're working on the technology, soon gonna blast the shit out of California," or something? What do you suppose Big Head, the big-headed man from ExxonMobil, the big head, son of a bitch has got a big head, doesn't he? I mean, it really does. Great big. Every time I see him, it just reminds me of what Lucy calls Charlie Brown. You blockhead! It really, it's a big head. You look the next time you see him on television, you see what I'm talking about. I wonder what he'll say. Now, how Trump is going to deal with this unstable little twit who runs North Korea remains to be seen. But, one unstable leader dealing with another unstable leader can result in some real nasty stuff happening, don't you think? Really, really nasty stuff happening. On the other hand, if you remember a year ago, Trump was praising Kim Un Crazy. Remember when he said during a campaign rally that, quote, "You have to give him credit," the way he took over, just a young tad in his 20s, after the death of his pappy. And in order to consolidate his power, if you remember, Kim Un Crazy had his uncle executed, his father's brother, put a bullet in the back of that guy's head. I don't want any kind of competition here. I'm taking over. Everybody understand that? And since then, according to U.S. intelligence, there has been just a whole parade of people who have been executed for nothing. The old Stalinist idea, purge them, get them out of here. I'm sick of looking at their faces. What should we do with them? Kill them. Kill them. Kill them. Trump has also said that the United States should work with China, the country that he has just insulted over and over and over and over again, calling them thieves, unfair competitors, saying that they have snatched America's wealth away from America, right? I mean, all he's done is insult China. But he's also said that, we should work with China to shut down Kim Un Crazy's nuclear program. And then he suggested, well, China ought to deal with it on their own. You know, it's in their backyard. We got enough stuff over here. We're gonna cut taxes and get rid of all the regulations and shit. China should deal with it. And he also suggested that South Korea and Japan should have their own nuclear bombs.